Right guys, I just wanted to say, or fresh faced and just coming from the gym, I'm very cold, I will add, on this January day. The part of this video cut off, but I do want to add a part 2 to this because I want to go into a little bit more detail about signs again, because my circumstances changed after this video, after I went on this holiday, and I've started seeing signs again. And I want to go into detail about my specific signs and talking about the bridge, knowing that it's all part of my unfolding. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to take you now back to the warmth, not in January in this fluffy coat and on the beach. So I love you, and I'll see you in part 2. I understand both. Anyway, that being said, point of the video is when I was first finding out the concepts of things like birds before land and signs that the universe or source energy, or as I would call it, the subconscious, the my higher self gives you. It's all learning. It's all us grasping the way it's so in opposition to what we've been taught, and we can only be in those moments of how it feels when we're learning it, and our thought processes around learning all that stuff. And the way I look at signs now is totally different to the way I looked at signs then. And what I realise is, at the time when I learned about birds before land and signs in general, I actually really affirmed that I wanted to see signs. So of course my subconscious took that on and was giving me lots of signs. Sorry about the aeroplane. So my subconscious would throw up a lot of signs, and a lot of times I sort of assumed things were birds before land because I was having signs, and because that was the only thing I had to compare it to. But where I am now to where I am now, I see now that I am the sign. I didn't have to ask for the sign because I've embodied the sign. I've embodied love, which I am, and I've embodied being the sign, meaning that it's something that is a signal from within. And I know that it depends on where you are in your journey whether this makes sense, but what it means is I still see signs without, but I'm not actually actively asking for those signs because I am the sign. The sign comes from within, and I feel that safety of me being the sign. So birds before land, what I mean is that you'll still get birds before land because you're on your journey and you're working in coherence with seeing signals outside of yourself and knowing that you are the sign from within yourself. So it's not that the universe, your subconscious, all these, it's not that it doesn't give you signs and they go away. It's just that you're not searching outside of yourself again, because I can't emphasize it enough that everything points you back to self. And once you've mastered self, then everything falls into place in your 3D. So it's just something to understand. And if you've just finding the law and you're learning these things about birds before land, and so many concepts that we've got to learn initially, that's okay. It's like you're there and you're on your journey of learning these things. So don't will that you're any further along than what you are. You're there, you're good, it's happening for you. Try to be contented as much as you can. At least if you're watching this at that point where you're like, I don't quite understand it, Jen, and I'm trying to, that's okay. You haven't got to rush this process. You will naturally come to these conclusions. Forgive yourself and just practice self-love that I always talk about. So that's enough for today. And I'm sitting on the beds and this lady's already come up to me asking for money. She gave me 5 minutes, bless her little cotton socks, so she'll be en route coming back. The things I do for you guys, see? It's all that love. It's all that love. But I will see you in the next one.